Having just debuted 2 years ago, the 5th generation CR-V rolled into the 2019 model year without any really noteworthy updates. Minus the deletion of a trim level and a new shade of white paint, it's as it was last year. And even though some fresher competitors have surfaced, like the Toyota RAV4, or are coming soon, like a new Ford Escape, Honda's best-selling vehicle is still one really formidable small crossover. For starters, the CR-V's design is interesting for the class. It's mildly aggressive with numerous character lines sprinkled throughout the bumpers and sheet metal. The taillight housings are molded for a 3D look, and there's a number of finishes like chrome bits, gray details, and black plastic cladding. Add in this top-of-the-line touring model's snazzy 18-inch wheels with black painted insets, and you have yourself a fairly attractive crossover. On the inside, while I'm not quite on board with the wood pattern trim, the layout looks good, major surfaces are covered with soft touch materials, and the seats offer just the right amount of support. It's also functional in here with a center console with lots of storage. There's enough space in both the front and back seats even for taller passengers, and there's plenty of cargo space. Behind the rear seats, you got 39.2 cubic feet, and then folding them down opens up 75.8 cubic feet. A display audio system handles infotainment with a 7-inch touchscreen that's reasonably responsive to inputs and has passable screen imagery. In the Touring, it controls embedded navigation, a 9-speaker audio system, satellite radio, Bluetooth, and can run both Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. But if you want a closer look at the display audio system and all the other safety goodies inside of here, you're in luck because there's a separate tech check video for that. With the exception of the LX that gets a 2.4-liter naturally aspirated 4, the rest of the CR-V lineup is powered by a 1.5-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. It makes 190 horsepower and 179 pound-feet of torque and works exclusively with the continuously variable transmission. When paired up with all-wheel drive, it returns an EPA-estimated 27 miles per gallon in the city and 33 miles per gallon on the highway. And I personally have been observing in the 28 to 29 mile per gallon range in mixed driving, which supports the estimates. Is it fast? No, but it's not slow either. There's enough giddy up when you boot it to get onto the expressway and to pull out into traffic. Of course, the CVT will keep the engine annoyingly buzzing in those circumstances, but for regular driving, it is quieter with steps programmed in to sort of behave like a normal geared transmission. When it comes to the ride, the CR-V's chassis tuning is quite comfortable. The 18-inch wheels still have a good amount of sidewall on them, and the suspension has some give in it. And I have to say, that's great on the roads here in Michigan, because they're bad, and I mean bad, with ruts and potholes everywhere. So a well-damped ride is appreciated. In corners, it's also respectable. Turn response is quick, but there is some noticeable body roll. After it takes a set, it does go right on through with decent grip, and has no problems changing directions when you ask it to. Overall, it's competent to wheel around, but it's definitely not the sportiest driving small crossover out there. That title goes to the Mazda CX-5. The 2019 Honda CR-V starts at $24,350. That's for an LX with front-wheel drive. Upgrading to all-wheel drive on all trim levels adds an additional $1,400 to the price tag. This touring model here with all-wheel drive is quite a bit more expensive, starting at $34,150 smackers. And that's more or less what its kitted out competition costs too. If I was shopping for a small crossover at the moment, it would come down to this Honda or a Toyota RAV4. Both are practical, comfortable, and efficient packages that aren't boring to look at. But I think I would give a slight edge to the RAV4 for its automatic transmission over the CR-V's CVT.